A tale of supernatural bond and mystery. In the bustling city, a teenager named Eve lived with her family. Eve, tech-savvy and stubborn, spent most of her time glued to the internet, much to the concern of her mother, Sarah. Sarah, noticing how detached Eve had become from reality, decided it was time for a change. She packed up the family and moved them to a quiet village in the countryside. Eve's elder sister, Layla, adjusted quickly to the new surroundings, but Eve felt out of place. Her rebellious spirit led her to explore the village's outskirts in search of something interesting. One fateful day, she stumbled upon an abandoned old house. Its eerie charm drew her in. Inside, Eve found a dusty, disheveled doll sitting on a rocking chair. The doll had tangled hair, worn clothes, and eyes that seemed almost lifelike. Eve was fascinated. She brought the doll home, cleaned it up, combed its hair, and dressed it in a new outfit. The doll, now pristine, seemed to smile faintly at her, but Eve dismissed it as a trick of the light. That night, strange things began happening. As Eve lay in bed, she heard a soft, childlike voice whispering, "Can you be my friend?" At first, she was startled, but her curiosity overtook her fear. "Yes, I'll be your friend," she whispered back. A chill ran down her spine, but she also felt an inexplicable bond with the doll. The next day, Eve sought advice from an old grandmother in the village, Agatha, who was known for her stories of the supernatural. Eve described the doll, and Agatha's face grew pale. She revealed that the doll was inhabited by the spirit of her long-lost cousin, Ruth, a child who had died tragically many years ago. Agatha warned Eve to stay away from the doll, but Eve was undeterred. She had promised to be its friend and felt a strange obligation to protect it. Soon after, Sarah announced that the family would be moving back to the city. Eve begged to take the doll with her, but Sarah firmly refused. Ignoring her mother's warning, Eve secretly packed the doll in her bag. Back in the city, Eve became more attached to the doll. She updated its appearance, dyeing its hair and giving it a new hairstyle. She promised the doll she would never abandon it. One evening, as she admired her handiwork, the doll's head slowly turned toward her, and its lips curled into a smile. Eve froze, but didn't feel fear. She felt companionship. As the weeks passed, Eve and the doll grew inseparable, but the bond wasn't as innocent as it seemed. Strange occurrences began to follow Eve. Objects moved on their own, whispers echoed through empty rooms, and Eve started having vivid dreams of a little girl pleading for release. Unbeknownst to Eve, her unwavering promise to never leave the doll had bound her soul to Ruth's spirit. Eve's once rebellious independence was now tethered to the doll's will. Whether this connection was a blessing or a curse remained uncertain, but one thing was clear: Eve and the ghost doll were forever entwined. The ghost doll,